learned your moods, your silence too. Still didn't know when you stopped trying. I held your hand when you were unsure. I stayed when it hurt to stay. I kept believing love was enough, while yours was slowly fading away. I didn't ask for everything, just honesty, just you. But even that was asking more than you were willing to do. What I gave you was real love, not perfect, but it was true. I gave you my whole heart, while you gave me halfway through. I bent myself, I waited long. I blame my heart, not you. What hurts the most is knowing now you never valued what I gave you. I watched your eyes look past my face like I was already gone. You stayed beside me in the room, but your heart was moving on. I told myself it was just a phase, that love still had a chance. But every time you chose yourself, you taught me how to hurt in silence. I loved you in the quiet ways, the ways no one could see. But loving you alone like that slowly destroyed me. What I gave you was real love, soft and deep and true. I gave you more than I should have, to someone who never knew. I stayed faithful to the feeling, even when you drifted away. I lost myself inside the love you couldn't learn to stay. Maybe I cared too much, maybe I fell too deep, or maybe you just wanted love without the responsibility. I replay every promise made, every "I'll be here" you said. But words don't heal the damage done when love is quietly dead. What I gave you was my best, even if it wasn't enough. I loved you without conditions, while you loved me when it was easy, not tough. Now I'm learning how to let go of the girl who waited too long. What I gave you was real love, and losing you is how I move on. I didn't lose you, I lost what I gave. And that's the part that hurts me the most. You sat beside me, close enough to touch, but somehow miles away. Your words were careful, almost kind, like you were planning your escape. I talked about us, about the future. You just nodded out of place. I didn't know I was alone while you were already halfway gone. I felt the change but chose to stay. I lied to myself stopped trying to understand. Your touch felt unfamiliar, like it belonged to someone else's hands. I blamed the distance on the world, on stress, on time, on fate. But love doesn't fade that silently, unless it's been gone for days. I waited for you to come back, to look at me that way, but you were already done, long before you walked away. You were already gone, before I felt you leave. I loved you in the present, you loved me in the past tense barely. You were already gone, I just stayed anyway, holding on to what we were, while you were choosing not to stay. Maybe I love the memory more than the truth I faced. Maybe letting go was harder than watching love slowly erase. I kept hoping you'd return to the person I once knew, but you can't bring someone back when they've already left you. You were already gone, and I finally understand. I was begging for your heart while you were letting go of my hand. Now I'm standing in the silence where your love used to be, accepting what I couldn't then, that you stopped choosing me. You didn't leave all at once, you left little by little, and I stayed until there was nothing left to hold. I felt you pull away, slowly, piece by piece, the warmth I knew from you started fading, leaving cold spaces where your eyes no longer reached. I tried to hold you, tried to speak, but words fell short. I reached for you in silence, but you were already somewhere else. Every laugh we shared felt like it belonged to someone else. Every touch that once was ours now only reminds me of what's gone. I felt you pull away, even when you said my name. I loved you with everything I had, but you were already slipping away. I felt you pull away, and I didn't know how to stop my hands reach for your heart, but you were leaving me in the dark. I traced your face in memory, hoping it would bring you back, but the warmth wasn't there anymore, just a shadow of what we had. I whispered your name in the night, hoping for a reply, but the silence answered instead, and I learned how to cry quietly. I thought a love could hold us through distance, through the cold, but I can't keep someone who's leaving before I know. I should have let go. Maybe I should have seen that love isn't always enough when the other heart is leaving. I felt you pull away, and I finally let it be. I loved you as much as I could, even when you stopped needing me. Now I keep my distance too, not out of anger, not out of hate, but to heal the part of me that felt you pull away. Your silence screamed louder than words, every empty glance, every unanswered call. I tried to reach through the space between us, but your quiet became my prison wall. I waited for signs, for sparks, for love, but they never came. Just the echo of what we used to be, fading into the dark of your silence. I blame myself for speaking too much, for hoping, for caring, but maybe the fault wasn't mine. Maybe love just isn't enough. Your silence broke me more than any fight could ever do. I gave you all I had, and still it wasn't enough for you. Your silence broke me. I whispered, you didn't hear. I cried in the quiet while you disappeared. I replay the moments we laughed, trying to feel you there again. But even memories hurt, because they weren't enough to keep you near. I held on to hope, stubborn and fragile, believing you would see me, but hope turned to ashes. And I learned that love can die in quiet. I whispered into the night, hoping the darkness would answer, but nothing came, only your absence, only the weight of not being enough. Your silence broke me, and I fell into the spaces you left. I loved you more than I should, but you left me nothing but regret. Your silence broke me. I tried to call your name, but the echoes returned alone, and I had to face the pain myself. Maybe some love isn't meant to speak, maybe it just lingers in empty rooms. Maybe letting go is the only way to survive the silence you left behind. Your silence broke me, but I'm learning to stand again. I'll heal these cracks inside, even if your love never returns. Your silence taught me how deep heart can go, but I'll breathe again, even after you disappear. your dreams while I held on to our. I stayed behind waiting for a love that wasn't there. Your footsteps echo down the hall, leaving spaces I can't fill. I tried to call your name, but you were already gone. I told myself it was worth it to stay, to love, to wait, but love doesn't work like that when your heart is already left. I stayed while you left, holding on to what we had. I gave my all, my everything, but it wasn't enough for you. I stayed while you left, and the silence screamed my pain. I loved you with all I had while you were walking away. I traced your shadow on the wall, hoping somehow you'd come back. But love doesn't return once it slips through your hands. I held my breath for your smile, clung to the sound of your laugh. But empty rooms answered me, and I realized I was alone. I stayed because I believed, because love should conquer all. But love can't fight alone when the other heart has gone. I stayed while you left, carrying the weight of us. I loved you with every part of me while you abandoned what was ours. I stayed while you left, learning the cost of love. I gave my all and learned that sometimes love isn't enough. Maybe I stayed too long, maybe I loved too hard, but staying taught me one truth, that I can survive my own heart. I stayed while you left, and I'll heal in my own time. I'll carry the love I gave and leave behind what wasn't mine. I stayed, I loved, I hurt, but I'm stronger for it now. Even though you left, I still breathe, I still live. We built a world inside our hands, a place where love could live. But somewhere along the way you broke it, and I couldn't forgive. I walked through rooms we shared, echoes of laughter lingered still, but every corner, every wall reminded me of love you killed. I thought love could survive anything, even storms, even tears. But some cracks run too deep, even hope can't hold back fear. You broke where love lived, left nothing but shadows behind. I tried to repair the pieces, pieces, but some things you can't rewind. You broke where love lived, and I watched it fade away. I held on to what was left, but even love can't stay. I traced the lines of our memories, hoping they would still feel warm. But every memory whispered that love had been torn. I gave you my heart completely, hoping you protected true. But love needs both hands to hold, and yours weren't holding me too. I wanted us to survive even when the world turned gray. But love dies quietly sometimes, and I watched it slip away. You broke where love lived, shattered it with your distance. I loved you with everything, but love can't exist alone in silence. You broke where love lived, and I'm left with the pieces. I'll gather them slowly and learn how to love myself in pieces. Maybe love was fragile, maybe we weren't strong enough, but it hurts to know the place we built was broken by the one I love. You broke where love lived, and I felt it in my bones. I stayed long after you left, but love's shadow now is my own. The house we built is gone, but the lessons remain. Love can be beautiful and true, even if it ends in pain. I saw the way you looked at her, the way your smile belonged somewhere else. I stayed by your side through everything, but your heart had already left. I whispered my love quietly, hoped you'd finally hear, but you reached for someone new while I drowned in fear. I thought I knew you, thought you cared, thought our love was strong. But love can disappear in silence, and I've been holding on too long. You chose someone else and left me behind in the dark. I gave you all I had, but you didn't need my heart. You chose someone else, and it's breaking me in two. I loved you endlessly while you were loving someone new. I replay every moment we had, every laugh, every touch, and I wonder how it could be that I wasn't enough. I stayed when you pulled away, I fought to make us whole, but love can't survive alone, even if I gave you my soul. I held on to hope for far too long, believing you come back, but somehow if it feels like goodbye. I loved you endlessly, but you chose someone else, and I learned to love myself, even after cry when no one sees. Behind closed doors in the dark, I let the tears fall silently. Like a confession to the night, I whisper your name to the walls, hoping they'll carry my pain. The world outside doesn't know the weight I can't explain. I put on a smile in the morning, hiding the night's despair. But every shadow in my room reminds me you're not there. The tears I hide at night are louder than my words. I loved you quietly, but your love was never heard. The tears I hide at night fall for all we lost. I stayed too long, I gave too much, and it came at too high a cost. I fold myself into the sheets, trying to forget the hurt, but your face comes back to me like an unwelcome ghost. I remember every promise, every word you let slip away, and I feel the emptiness that stays with me every day. I act like I'm fine outside, but alone I can't pretend. The tears come freely then, for the love that had to end. The tears I hide at night tell the story I can't say. I loved you with all I had, but you were already far away. The tears I hide at night are my only witness now to a love I couldn't keep, and a heart I'll heal somehow. Maybe one day I'll forgive, maybe I'll forget the pain, but for now the quiet nights hold all the tears I can't explain. The tears I hide at night fall softly like the rain. I loved you in silence, and I'll survive the ache of your name. I cry alone, I cry in peace, hiding the pieces of my heart. The night holds me close until the morning pulls me apart. I cry alone, I cry in peace, hiding the pieces of my heart. The night holds me close until the morning pulls me apart. it and in silence, hoping one day you'd feel the same. I gave my heart without hesitation, but you never called my name. I watched from the side as you smiled at others, as your hands reached for someone new, and I stayed quietly loving, because I couldn't let go of you. I told myself my love was enough, that patience could make you see, but some hearts don't notice the love that waits quietly. I loved you alone, and it hurt more than you could know. I carried your heart in mine, even when you let me go. I loved you alone, every day, every night, hoping you'd return my love, but you never saw my fight. I traced the memories, replayed every word, hoping to find a sign that the love I gave so freely was worth a place in your mind. But your eyes were elsewhere, your touch no longer mine, and I learned the hardest truth, that love alone can't bind. I held on to the moments we shared, even when they weren't enough. I loved in quiet desperation, and it broke me soft and rough. I loved you alone, in the spaces you didn't see. I gave my heart completely, but you let it drift free. I loved you alone, in silence, in despair. I waited for your heart, but found it wasn't there. Maybe love can exist quietly, even when it's not returned. Maybe hearts like mine learn to heal and burn. I loved you alone, and I'll carry that love still, even if you never knew it was mine and always will. I loved you alone, softly, quietly, endlessly, and now I learn to love myself as I let go of loving you. I sit alone and wait for you, even though I know you're gone. The clock ticks, but my heart still hopes that someday you'll come home. I trace the moments we once had, the laughter, the love, the touch, but the space beside me stays empty, and I ache for you so much. I tell myself to move on, to let the past just be, but my heart won't listen. It's still hoping you'll see me. My heart still waits in the silence of the night. Even though you left, I can't let go of the light. My heart still waits for a love that's not returning. I gave you everything, and it's still my heart that's burning. I hold on to the little things, the memories that remain. Your smile, your voice, your touch, even though it brings me pain. I wonder if you think of me, or if I'm just a ghost. I loved you with my whole heart, but you love someone else the most. I try to breathe, try to forget, try to heal the ache, but even in the quiet, my heart can't help but break. My heart still waits, though you've walked away. I love you silently every single day. My heart still waits, even when I should let go. I loved you endlessly, and it still shows. Maybe one day I'll stop waiting, maybe I'll find my peace, but for now my heart lingers in a love that will never cease. My heart still waits in the shadows of the past. I'll carry this love quietly, even if it doesn't last. I still wait, I still love, even when you're gone. My heart holds on to you and learns to carry on. I noticed the change before you said a word. The way you pulled away slowly, quietly. I stayed, hoping it was just a phase, but your heart had stopped choosing me. I gave you every reason to stay, every smile, every touch, every word, but it wasn't enough, and you let yourself drift away. I whispered my love, I waited, I hoped you'd return my care, but some hearts stopped choosing, and mine was left in despair. You stopped choosing me, and I watched it break my heart. I loved you when slowly fell apart. You stopped choosing me, and I couldn't make you stay. I gave you everything, but you walked away. I traced every memory of us, hoping to find a spark, but every laughing touch reminded me that your love had left its mark. I stayed loyal, I stayed patient, believing love could survive. But love can't carry one side alone, and you left me to survive. I thought our love was strong enough to weather anything we faced, but some hearts stopped choosing, and all I felt was empty space. You stopped choosing me, and I couldn't force your hand. I loved you fully, but you let go of our plan. You stopped choosing me, and I'll never understand how love can fade quietly while I was still holding your hand. Maybe I tried too hard, maybe I loved too deep, but even love's strongest heart can't hold what doesn't wanna keep. You stopped choosing me, and I finally let it go. I loved you with all I had, and now I'll learn to grow. I loved, I waited, I hoped, but your heart wasn't mine. And though it hurts, I'll move on, because love can't stay where it's no longer defined. I take a deep breath and look around. The room feels empty, but I feel found. Pieces of me you didn't want, scattered where your loved ones lived. I was full of hope, I was full of love. I gave it all, but it wasn't enough. And now I trace the lines of who I was, the part of me you left behind. I held on to the memory of what we used to be, but some love isn't meant to last, and some hearts aren't meant to see. The part of me left, I'll carry quietly, gently alone. I loved you fully, endlessly, even when you let me go. The part of me left is still mine to reclaim. I'll honor it softly, even though you're not the same. I remember the nights I cried, the mornings I tried to smile, the love I gave without condition, even when it broke me. All the while I'll forgive the silence, the absence, the pain. I'll gather my pieces, I'll dance in the rain. The part of me that loved you true will learn to live without you. I whisper goodbye really tender and free. I loved you completely, and now I'll set myself free. The part of me left is mine to nurture, mine to heal. I'll walk forward gently with a heart that learns to feel. Love doesn't always stay, and hearts sometimes break in two. But even in the loss, I found the part that's true. The part of me left, I'll cherish quietly. Alone, I'll love myself fully, even though you're gone. I was broken, I was hurt, but I survived the night. The part of me left behind is the part that shines bright.